The Sky Scavenger from Toys Era, it's the 1/6 scale figure we are going to check today. Hello, how's everyone doing? While Hot Toys keeps bringing their Vulture prototype in a world tour and without any official announcement yet, we still depend on third parties for this figure. And this one is the one made by Toys Era. They called him the Sky Scavenger, and this is the art box that it comes with. It's a huge art box, truth to be told, because in fact this is a huge piece. Here in the front you can see our Vulture helmet, Sky Scavenger, a quite nice artwork they did here. There's nothing much in the back then, just the warning and notices. And here you have everything that comes with this figure packed in just one layer. You can see the figure, the extra head sculpt, the wings. Let's take everything out and check closer. Here we have all the accessories that come with our Toys Era Vulture, starting here with Vulture wings, which I think look amazing. They are actually very light, they are not as heavy as I thought they would be, but they look really good. The paint application, the weathering they applied into the wing looks amazing. A double hinge over there that, as you can see, you can bend it totally. So for posing, this will be amazing. The hinge is very sturdy, you will not have any problems for any pose you want to do. Then you got here the rotor with a blade that you can turn as you want without any problem. The blades itself, they do turn, but you need to apply a bit of pressure. I don't know if they are a bit stuck, at least in mine. This is just a sample, so I'm not sure if the final one will be as so. You got as well your switch, so you can turn on the light, and with the light on, this thing looks amazing. The batteries you will need is the LR41. You will need 2 batteries in each wing so that you can have the light function working. And as you can see, this blue effect looks amazing. I really like this detail. Toys Era nailed it with this detail on the blades. The other part, it's made of a very thin plastic. You need to take care. It will not break, but just take care when you are doing your posing and taking your photos and so on. But overall I think this wing looks very good. You can see the little hole over there, it's where the backpack part will insert to connect. Anyway, this is the wing of our Vulture. I think it looks amazing, very well detailed, with excellent painting and with some very nice weathering. We got then the blaster gun, which I think looks really cool. You can remove this front part here if you wish so. It's accurate to the movie, you do have that lever over there, and then you can use 2 hands for Vulture to hold it, and you got a switch over there too. Yes, this blaster gun does have a light function too. The switch is very small, is a bit difficult to turn, but once you turn on you can see this purple light looks really amazing and is a quite strong light. It will be amazing for you to take your photos, especially in dark situations. Again, for this one you will need other kinds of batteries. They are the LR626. You will need 2 batteries for this blaster gun. We got then these 2 pieces. I think is the pieces that Vulture control the wings manually. Then you need to use the correct hands for him to grab them and do your posing, but they look quite okay, simple but with good painting. Here for the backpack, this is like the backpack that you will use to attach the wings. You can see the hole over there, and then this lever over here that rotates. This lever here is made of some kind of plastic rubber. It will not break, looks very sturdy, you don't need to worry about it. This part here is where then you will attach to the Vulture spine. But looks pretty good. I really like the golden color and all the details they did into this. To assemble the wings into the backpack, it's quite straightforward. You just need to place inside that hole, apply a little pressure, and then on the top close it over there. It's quite easy. And then you have other double hinge. You have 2 double hinges over here, means that you have a lot of bending that you can do with these wings. When you move the wings you can see that lever on the top is moving, so it means it's working perfectly. As you can see, you have a lot of options for this Vulture, since the wings have a lot of movement and bending going around. This is a great option for us if you want to do a better posing, or if you have a smaller display, you can bend the wings and then they can just fit in your place. Overall, I'm very happy with this way that they used to attach the backpack to the wings. Looks really good. Finally, we got 5 extra hands. You got a pair of open hands, a pair of grabbing hands, and here one right hand, the trigger hand that you will use with your blaster gun. These are the hands that you will use then with those pieces for him to hold onto them. These are just open hands for a more relaxed posing. As for the display base, it comes with this very normal display base that is usual from Toys era, and then you got here this pole and other one that then you will connect over there. This horizontal pole is the one that then you will use to attach the wings if you want to, because in fact you can pose your figure without this pole. It will sustain the weight of the wings as they are not very heavy. But these plastic pieces are quite useful if you want to do some bending, because they bend as you want. These poles are the usual ones we got from Hot Toys. Checking now our Michael Keaton head sculpt, which let me tell you I think looks really good. This head sculpt was made by Ishie, was a commission for Toys era, and I think then in the paint application they nailed it. You can see Michael Keaton pretty well. I really like the head sculpt, all the details, even the hair, they got it pretty well done. I'm very pleased with the way they did this head sculpt. Just a quick note, for you to change the head sculpt you will need to remove the neck piece and then insert the head sculpt, since the head sculpt comes already with the neck included, so please remember to remove the neck before change to this head sculpt. As for the helmet head, here it is. I think looks pretty cool. They got the tone correct, you got that grayish green color. I love the details and the weathering, the dirtiness that they applied into this helmet looks really cool. You got this tube that there is no any function, is only for decoration, and then you got the visor with that greenish color that looks very good. In the down you got the switch, then to turn on your lights. The switch is very small, so I advise you to use a kind of tweezer to insert over there to turn on the switch. I think it's the easier way since my fingers just can't make it. And there's here you can see this green light pops out, looks pretty amazing. If you remove the visor, this is how it looks like. Actually you should not remove it because it got some holes over there where you should attach it, but it looks like this. I'm keeping here Michael Keaton head sculpt and we are going to check here the suit, which I think looks amazing. This fur is very similar to what we saw in the movie. The jacket, Toys era said, is made of leather and looks amazing. This exosuit looks really good. You can see here in the back where you will attach the backpack. You can see this kind of skeleton going around with these braces, all very well painted and with a lot of weathering going around. This is all made of plastic. Please take care when you are going to pose your figure. You don't have any problems, I already posed this one. It works quite well, you just need to pay attention because all the pieces move when you move the arms and the legs. But I think what they did here looks really cool. Then you got these green pants, you got here these knee braces, and then here the boots with this kind of paws. You got here 3 paws and you got all this mechanism that goes around here into the boots. However, this kind of paws you need to be very careful because they are made of plastic and they are a bit thin, so when you play around with your figure be mindful with these because they may break if you don't pay attention. But they look really cool. You can use, for example, to grab a Spider-Man or to grab any figure. I really like this way they did it, especially the boots, and with this is a split cut boot but doesn't work much because it's a bit restricted. But overall for the suit I think it looks amazing and portrays very well Vulture from the Spider-Man Homecoming movie. As for the articulation, let me tell you, you will not have any problem articulating this figure. Be mindful, however, because of the jacket, but you can move the elbows, you can open the arms as you want, and as you move the arms and the elbows, you can see that this exosuit moves around together with the body, which looks really amazing. The torso have a good movement. Since the torso is separated, the skeleton is separated, you have a better range of movement, but you will not have any problem. Don't over push it, check out always how is the skeleton going and you will be fine. But I think for articulation you will really not have any problem. The torso you can bend, you can push it forward or backward without any problem. This will be much better for your posing. As for the legs, you have the normal articulation you would have with other 1/6 scale figure. You got the double jointed knees, those braces over there always stay in place, and if they go out of place you can always adjust. Then the boots, they are a bit restricted of course, because of all that mechanism that goes around them. The head sculpt, you can move upwards and downwards as you want, you will not have any problem with it, have a good articulation too. Overall, for articulation and the suit, I think looks pretty good. As you can see, the legs, you can open them as much as the trousers allow you to. Be free to do any posing you want with this Vulture from Toys era. If you are wondering what's the length of the wings, I can tell you that the total wingspan it's 1.05 meters. Quite long to be honest. But anyway, they are not so heavy, since you can use your figure without any display base, it will handle the weight of the wings without any problem. Here is our Vulture comparing with other 1/6 scale figures. You can see that his height is almost in accordance with any other 1/6 scale figure. Just giving you a quick look here at our Vulture using the helmet with all the lights on, from the wings, the blaster gun, his helmet, and I think it looks amazing. This is a pose that you can do in 2 minutes. It's very easy to pose this figure. The ends are easy to change, the blaster gun are easy to insert into his ends, and then you just put him in the fly position, and I think it looks amazing. I already don't want to move him, I just want to keep it like this and just throw him into my display. I think this is a very nice figure done by Toys era. However, as you can see, my right wing is losing the battery. These lights, because they operated with batteries, they die very fast. The blaster gun still pumping that purple color, which looks amazing. I really love this blaster gun. With all this suit and with all these lightings going around, I think they nailed this Vulture pretty well. If you don't want to use the blaster gun, you can always use the other pieces that attach to his ends, that will look great as well. And of course, you can use Michael Keaton head sculpt, which looks really good. But it's the Vulture from Toys era. In my opinion, is one of the best figures that I had the chance to review this year. That's all for today. I hope you enjoyed this review, and I will see you in the next one.